school football here in Southside as the Ripley Tigers prepare to take on the Southside Hawks in the 2018 opener. This is Mike White along with Tracy Crazy Horse Henson here to get all the season action started right away. Tracy, it's a big night tonight for both teams, but huge for the Tigers as they want to get off to a winning start. And they've made a lot of improvements since last year, and so we're looking for big things tonight.
That's exactly right, Mike. These kids have worked hard all season long. Their season started. The new season started the very next day, and the Tigers have been working hard. And we're going to see what they got tonight against these Southside Hawks. Last year, the Southside Hawks got us 7-0, but we're looking for some revenge tonight on the Hawks.
They actually ended up in the quarterfinals last year, and so that puts them in the top 15 teams in the state. So it'd be and they've got most of their players back. And so we're definitely want to make a statement tonight. I think they're ranked in the top 10 already this year, so it'd be huge for the Tigers to be able to knock off Southside to start this season off. The captains for tonight's game for the Ripley Tigers is number 88, Jamari Bostic, number 68, Eric Huddleston, number 6, Tyler Ross, and number 58 is Jaquan Smith. And captains for Southside, number 7, Tyler Carver, number 15, Devin Bowers, number 20, Austin Clark, and number 23, Harold Ingram. As we're on the middle of the field getting ready for the toss.
I believe tonight's going to be a good ball game, because I know the Tigers have been wanting this ever since they lost that opener. It looks like Ripley deferred to the second half.
Actually, I think it was
Southside?
I think it was Southside. Let's see. No, I think you're right. I think Ripley did win, and they deferred, so Southside is going to have the ball to start this football game off. So we're just moments away from kickoff here at Southside High School in Jackson, Tennessee, as the Ripley Tigers get ready to run out through the banner that the cheerleaders have on the, I guess you'd call that the east side of the field.
Well, from what I've seen from the Southside Hawks, it looks like the Ripley Tigers got about 50 pounds on each of them, Mike.
I think Ripley's going to be bigger than most of the teams this year, and we can typically wear folks down, we hope. Of course, what I told the kids I said, we may be big enough to wear them down, but let's be good enough to beat them before we wear them down.
That's right. That's right.
So we're getting ready for the kickoff as both teams are getting ready to come out. And tell you what, we're going to send it back to the station there to Randy, and we'll take a 30-second break and be back with the kickoff right after this.
The 2018 Southside Hawks. This year led by Coach Tyler Reader.
Okay, thanks. Back here as we get ready for the 2018 season to be underway. Both teams have taken the sideline, just ready to get out on the field. I know there's always jitters for the first game of the season, and Ripley got here early. They got here about 4 o'clock this afternoon and been here, walked around the field, had a good warm-up, the coaches said, so hopefully most of those jitters are gone, and we're just ready to play some ball.
That's right. Let's get this first win and get the next one. But you always want to get the first one.
The coaches for Ripley, the head coach is Justin Cruz, assistants Blake Stegall, Jordan Garner, Marcus Montgomery, Tim Grapes, Jonathan Rice, and Apollo Mutes. And the Ripley Tigers are going to be on the field does not laid out exactly east, west, north, and south like a lot of them are. At least it doesn't appear to me that way. But I would say they're going to be kicking off from the west side toward the east side. So that means Jackson Southside will be receiving and moving on your radio dial from the right to the left.
Let me tell you this about Caleb Rice, junior. He's got 3 scholarships already, all from MTSU.
And he is a preseason All-State kicker. So hope he doesn't have to kick a lot of field goals this year, but if he does, it's great to have somebody like that on your sideline.
Because it may come down to a field goal in some of these games, Mike.
It very well could. All right, now it's kickoff time in Tiger Town. Now a long end-over-end kick. It's backed him all the way up to inside the. He's back in the end zone there. So it's going to be a touchback, and so Southside will take over at the 20-yard line, and that's where their first offensive play will start.
And I think that's where we want to put every team we play this year, Mike. Kick it in that end zone, let them start from the 20 and work it for 80 yards.
That's right. So the Tiger defense, a big group of guys out here as they are lined up, and they're going to be in a 4-3 defense tonight. They like to run a 3-4. They've got a big middle linebacker that's out for the first couple of games, and so they switched up their defense a little bit to accommodate for some younger guys. And so here's the first play. Going to be in a pistol formation for Jackson Southside. One wide out to either side. Quarterback takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to his running back coming around this side. He's got the edge, and he's going to be hit and knocked out of bounds, but not until he gets the first down. He's going to pick up about 14 on that first run. So the Tigers got to tighten that end up.
Yes, they do, Mike. And he's not a very fast runner either, but he did get some blocking.
He did, and that's we've got our containment. Have got to turn him back in, so it's going to be first down and 10 just across the 34-yard line for the Southside Hawks. They come to the line of scrimmage. Wide outs to either side. Quarterback in shotgun formation, two running backs to either side, one behind him. He hands to the man behind him. He goes up the middle, has a hole. We miss a couple of blocks, and they're off to the races. And I don't think nobody, got one man to beat. And he is pushed out of bounds at about the 4 or 5 yard line, about the 4 yard line. And it was a huge hole there. He hit the hole quickly and was able to just get on the outside and get on his horse and take off. And one man caught him. It was all the way in the corner where I couldn't see. I'm not sure he pushed him out of bounds.
I think it was Tyler Ross.
So they got the ball spotted right at the 5 yard line, so it'll be first down and goal.
Defense just needs to calm down and settle down and just get these stops.
Same formation. They're going to hand it to the tailback, and he squirts through, and he gets the touchdown. So with 11:28 to go in this first quarter, Jackson Southside draws first blood. Jackson Southside 6, Ripley 0.
That's not a good sign for the Tigers on that defense.
No, they got a feel. I know we're young, and we're missing a big guy in the middle, but one man doesn't make a team, so everybody's got to play their assignments. Lined up for the PAT now is Jackson Southside. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 11:28 to go, Southside on top early, 7-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with more Tiger football right after this.
And your score with 11:28 in the first quarter. Ripley Tigers 7 and your Southside Hawks 7.
Back as we are ready for the kickoff as Jackson Southside in about 4 plays goes 80 yards for the touchdown. So now it's time for the Tigers to go. Let's see what we can do if we can get a return on. We've got Squirt Cordarian Moore back deep, and also he's number 11, and also number 23, Curry. Curry's a junior, and Moore is a sophomore. And here's the kick. It's a long end-over-end kick, and it's going to go back into the end zone. So they get theirs into the end zone, so the Ripley Tigers will take over at the 20 as well.
Touchback, Ripley Tigers. Ball come up to the 20-yard line. First and 10, Ripley Tigers.
We need to come back down this, Mike, and just and score it even with them.
Just not get rattled. That's the main thing. Tigers got a lot of beef on that offensive line. Let's see if they can open up a hole. Tyler Ross, quarterback. He takes the snap. He hands it off to Squirt on the left side. He's got some room. Oh, and they caught him just by the shoestring as he picks up about 2 over the left-hand side. It looked like he was just about to break loose, and they were able to grab him by the ankle and pull him down after a pickup of about they're going to say it's about 3. So 2nd down and 7.
Because he was end zone. He was headed to the end zone.
He had the look in his eye. You could tell from here he was, he thought he was going to be gone. So the same formation this time. Frost takes a snap. He hands it off this side. He's got a big hole again. And he's headed across the 30 and the 35 and down at the 39-yard line. So a first down for the Ripley Tigers as they pick up about 15 on that 2nd down play. So that'll move the sticks. It'll be first down Tigers.
And what a great block by that front line, Mike.
Yeah, and leading the charge over there, they ran off right tackle, is number 76. I call him the Big Show, and he is a big one. David Owens, sophomore, 6'6", 330.
He's still growing.
He just, I think, 15 years old. Same formation, Tigers to the line, 2 wideouts to the left. They hand it off to Squirt. He gets about back to the line of scrimmage. They were able to get him around the ankles just in the backfield there, and he got back just about to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. We've got to keep those guys out of our backfield.
That's exactly right. We just need to. That front line's gonna have to get some big pushes on that front end.
I look for this would be a good opportunity to throw the ball deep. Let's see what the coach dials up. Coach Blake Stigall is the offensive coordinator. And it is a pass. He drops straight back, looking to throw, steps up in the pocket, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run, and he fumbles the ball, and he fumbles. Squirt had it, Cordarian Moore, but it comes out of his hands, so Jackson Southside comes up with it. They get the first turnover early. So the Tigers have the first turnover in the ball game. So that puts Jackson Southside in pretty good field position as they'll have the ball first down and 10 at the Tiger 44-yard line.
That's something that we definitely don't want to see.
Turnovers and penalties will kill you. Sponsors for tonight's game are Mills Food Plaza, Manor at Mount Carmel, Thornton's Furniture, McDonald's, Cannell's Body Shop. And we'll get the rest of them after this play as Southside comes to the line of scrimmage, put a man in motion from right to left. They hand the ball to the tailback coming this way. Looks like we got him hemmed up pretty good, but he still picks up about 5 yards as he gets out to the 40-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Hawks. SDG Primary Care, Quality Care, Best One Tire in Jackson and Brownsville, Bank of Ripley, Lauderdale County Lumber and Hardware, Tennessee Lottery, Triple T in Dyersburg and Brownsville, SDT Contractors, West Tennessee Expediting, JST Trucking, and Komatsu. Thank you to all the sponsors to make tonight's broadcast possible. Southside back up to the line of scrimmage. Wide outs to either side. Quarterback takes a snap, and he's going to pass. He's got a man in the flat. He's wide open, and in and out of his hands. He was right at the first down marker. It was a little high. He should have came down with it, but what concerns me even more is that he didn't have a defender on him.
That's what I was thinking too, Mike. Wasn't nobody over there following him.
So it'll make it 3rd down and 5 now, the first 3rd down of the game for either team.
We definitely need to hold the Hawks here.
We need to get the ball back on downs. Of course, they'd probably punt it. And hopefully, we'd get in the end zone. We get it back to the 20, but we'll get this 3rd down first. Wide outs to either side. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to his fullback. He starts outside, breaks it back inside, but he's not going to have the first down. He's going to be short about 2 yards. So it's going to be 4th down and 2. I expect them to go for it. And I don't see any personnel changes, so that looks like that's what it's going to be. Got to give a shout out to my Yankee in-laws or outlaws. They're in Detroit listening to us tonight via the web on live streaming. So hello to my in-laws and outlaws in Detroit. Southside up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off, and he breaks it outside, and he's got the first down, it looks like. Yes, he's got it. He gets down just shy of the 30-yard line, about the 31-yard line. So that'll move the sticks. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 30. It looks like they're going to spot it at the 32.
The Tigers going to do a better job instead of waiting on the guy to come to them. They're going to have to go to the man.
They've definitely got to turn these guys in. They're letting them get the edge. And there's 10 more people on the inside, nobody else on the outside. So the Tigers definitely have to have their work cut out for them. Southside up to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion from left to right. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it to number 27 going off the right side. Now this time he runs into a brick wall. He picks up about a yard. Let's see, they spotted it at the 31-yard line, so pick up of 1, so it'll be 2nd down and 9.
All he's running is left and right tackle, Mike, and set him up the middle. We should be able to stop it.
7:49 to go in the first quarter. Southside up early, 7-0 over the Ripley Tigers. Shotgun formation, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion from right to left, and he hands it back off to the man in motion, and he turns back inside, and the Tigers stop him. He might have picked up, looks like they're going to give him about 2 yards there. That'll make it only about a yard, so it's going to make it 3rd down and about 8. So the Tigers' defense finally stiffening a little bit.
Yeah, he got met by the holes to them Tigers in.
He did. Good job there by the right side of that defensive line for the Tigers. Leading the way was number 68, Eric Huddleston. He's a senior, 6'3", 300 pounds. Big 3rd down here for Southside. 3rd and 9. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. 1 man in the backfield. Quarterback takes a snap. He fakes the handoff. He rolls to his right. He's got a man in the flat. It's complete. He's got the 1st down, and he breaks a couple of tackles. Now they're going to say he was out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. The Tigers have a player, number 3, Cedric Mapen, is on the sideline, and he seems to be slow about getting up. He's a good football player, so we hope he's going to be able to come back into the game. So it looks like we have an injury timeout, although he's on the sideline.
Injured player is number 3, Cedric.
So they're going to take a timeout, Ripley will. So with their timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with more Tiger football right after this. Back with 6 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the opening quarter. The Tigers down 7-0. It's 1st down and 10 for Southside. They've got the ball on the 21-yard line. We come back after an injury timeout. Or a timeout. Maben was injured on the play, and I'm looking. I don't see him back out on the field, so hopefully he'll be able to come back, because we definitely need him. Southside comes up to the line of scrimmage, got 2 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right also. Shotgun formation, single running back to the quarterback's left. Quarterback looks to throw, and it's a screen pass over the middle, and it hit immediately there by number 10 for the Ripley Tigers as he hits him as soon as he catches the ball, and that's Hunter Crowder. He is a junior, 5'10", 165 pounds. He put all 165 pounds into him, and he actually loses a yard. So the 2nd down and 11 now for Southside.
Yeah, he spared him like the WWE does. I mean, he just come up and just what a great tackle.
He smelled that one out all the way. So good job there by Hunter Crowder. Southside back up to the line of scrimmage. This time 2 setbacks, 1 to either side, 1 behind the quarterback in shotgun formation. Wideouts to either side. They hand it to the tailback. He starts inside and he breaks it outside. He's all the way to the races now. And so with 5:55 to go in the opening quarter, Southside draws blood again as they're going to be up now 13-0. The Tigers, I know they're young in that the linebackers are very young, but they've got to be able to fill, and that defensive line has got to be able to fill those holes so that put that much pressure on those linebackers.
That is weak tackling right there, Mike.
Lined up now for the PAT. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 5:55 to go in the opening quarter, Southside up early, 13-0, and we'll send it back to the station and be back more with Tiger football right after this. Back as we're ready for the kickoff here after a Southside touchdown that followed a Ripley turnover. So Southside ready to kick off. Back deep for the Tigers is Cordarian Moore, otherwise known as Squirt, and number 23, Kadarian Curry. And here's a kick, long end over end kick. Looks like it's going to take him back into the end zone, and it does. So they've got a really good kicker too.
Yeah, they do.
So the Tigers will take over, first down and 10 after a touchback from the 20-yard line.
Let's see what Coach
First
Goodall
and 10, Tigers.
brought up this time.
I see Maben is back out there, so maybe he just had the wind knocked out of him, hopefully. He's going to be lined up on the inside of the far wide, or the near wide out. The Tigers going to have two wide outs to the right, one to the left. Curry split out to the left. Ross is looking for him. He's looking to throw to him. He's got the man. He overthrows him just about a foot, and it's going to be a pass interference. So pass interference against Southside, so that's going to give the Tigers a first down, a new set of downs. And if they hadn't held him, he might have gotten there. It was just looked like just beyond his arms or beyond his hand. And if they slowed him down any, that could have made the difference. And he's going to be a big target, so they're going to have to cover him. And he was open. He had a couple of steps. So let's see. The ball was at the 20. They're going to move the ball out to the 30-yard line, 35-yard line. So that's where the Tigers will have it. First down and 10 with 5:49 to go in the opening quarter as Ripley Tigers trail Jackson Southside 14-0.
Well, Jamari's got about 2.5 foot on the one discovering him. The only thing he could do was grab the back of his jersey.
Yeah, he's 6'4". 6'4", 200. Two wide outs to the right, one to the left for the Tigers. They hand the ball off to Squirt. He breaks the outside. He's got some room. He's across the first down, across the midfield, across the 40 and the 35. Let's see, they're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. So that's a 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 for 30, about a 30-yard romp for Squirt, Cordarian Moore. So the Tigers are capable of breaking big plays because they've got some speed and they've got some good targets from the receiving end. So the Tigers, maybe they're just taking them a little bit to get wound up. As the Tigers, for whatever reason, have been slow starters, and they've done that for several years. But hopefully they can get going now and be able to get themselves back in this ball game early. Here's another pass as Tyler is flushed out of the pocket and a flag comes in, or the whistle comes in. Play is stopped. And it looks like it's going to be an offsides penalty against Jackson Southside. And if that's the case, I haven't seen an indication yet from the referee.
Well, he's counting the players, Mike, and they may have 12 on the field.
They may have been playing with 12 all night.
Yeah, probably.
That may be the reason that they're ahead.
Well, I see 11.
Yeah.
Right there. Oh.
It's illegal substitution, I think.
Okay.
So that'll move the ball 5 yards, so it'll be first down and 5.
Well, that just worked in our favor.
Definitely. So first down and 5 from the 30-yard line. The Tigers in Southside territory, first time in the game with 5:41 to go in the first quarter. Tigers trail 14-0 on the march. Be a good time to throw one in the end zone. Ross, he pulls them off sides.
It's going to be 5 more.
Yep, so you get a first down on 2 penalties. So that's going to be offsides against the defense, and so that'll move the sticks. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Ripley Tigers at the 25-yard line.
That must be that hard count that they've been working on in practice.
Yeah, you got to change the count up every once in a while, and you got to, your cadence. Sometimes you can do a little inflection with your voice and cause them to jump, and where Southside's moving quick, and that's one way to slow them down. And here's looking for a pass again. He's got Bostic, and Bostic.
It should be another pass interference.
It does fall incomplete. It has to be a catchable ball, so I don't know if they deem that as uncatchable. But
it looked like his defender was holding his hand.
Well, they were tied up, no doubt about that. But it's going to be second down and 10 now from the 25-yard line for the Ripley Tigers. 5:34 to go in this opening quarter. Again, the Tigers trail 14-0. Two wide outs to the right, one to the left. Shotgun formation. They hand it off to Squirt again. He got some room, and they're going to drag him down because from behind as he had to make a couple of cuts, but he gets down to about the 22-yard line. So that's going to pick up, let's say they're going to say he's at, no, that's 20, about the 22, 3-yard line.
He's going to bring up about 36.
About third and 6. That's about right. Tigers up to the line of scrimmage. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Ross gets the ball. We left a little early, and that's going to be a call against the Tigers, so they're going to finish the play out. Just throw it out of bounds. And it's going to be one of the Tigers left a little early, so they're going to get that 5 back.
Yeah, that's number 23 for the Tigers, I believe, Mike.
And so it was 3rd down and 7, so it's going to back them up 5 yards. And they're going to be behind the sticks now.
Against Ripley Tigers. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
Give a shout out to my mom in Halls, Tennessee, who's listening to us tonight. Joyce Dunaway. 4:49 to go in the opening quarter. The Tigers trail Southside 14-0. It's going to be 4th down and, well, they declined it, so it's 4th down and 7. Tigers going for it.
On the attempt, the
They're going to kick it.
Well, yeah, that's right. They are lined up for a field goal, so it's going to be a 33-yard attempt. And it is up, and it looks like it's going to be good from here, and he had plenty leg to spare.
Good.
So the Tigers knocked that goose egg off with 4:44 to go in the opening quarter. The score now, Ripley 3, Jackson Southside 14. So we'll send it back to the station, and we'll be back with more Tiger football right after this. Back as we're ready for the kickoff after the Tigers forgot what I said. It was about a 32 or 4-yard field goal. And that was Hawkins, and he's going to be a weapon for the Tigers this year. If the Tigers get across the 30-yard line, he's pretty deadly there, so he's going to be kicking off.
And he goes away fast, kick that ball on.
He does, and here's the kick. End-over-end kick. It's a long kick. It's going to be taken in. Now he's back into the end zone, so it's going to be a touchback again. Again, no one has been able to return any kickoff so far in this game, as both the Tiger and the Hawks kickers have put every kickoff into the end zone so far in this game.
And the thing, too, that we need to mention, Mike, I think is that we're out with our number 24 McKinnon, our best linebacker, and we've got another running back that's out. I think it's number 20 for the Tigers. I can't think of his name, but I know his number.
Yeah, McKinnis, he's a 6'2", 250-pound middle linebacker, and he's the heart of that defense. So, but we've got guys filling in, doing a good job, and but you know he's a senior, so we need his leadership back out there. Number 23 is Curry, the one that I think you spoke of, was out. And here's Hawks as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to the tailback, and the Tigers wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. Matter of fact, it looks like they're going to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage. The Tigers defense tightening up now.
At number 55, number 56 for the Tigers.
Number 56 for the Tigers, that's Tyler Rogers. He's a senior, and he is 6'1", 270.
I think it's Nikki's son. She works at Pizza Hut and at Walmart.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10, they're saying. Wide outs to either side. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off, and it's a trap play back this way, and he gets across the 25. So he gets back, picks up about 5 yards, so it'll be 3rd down now and 5. It looks like they're going to spot it to 26, so it'll be 3rd down and 4.
We need to hold them.
Yeah, definitely need to hold them here. I think they're too. I don't think they would go for it here.
3rd down.
Looks like our defense is settling down and settling in.
This time Southside comes to the line of scrimmage with wide outs to either side. Shotgun formation on either side of the quarterback, or 2 running backs and 1 behind him. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it to his running back. He's got a big hole. He's off to the races as he crosses the 40, the 45, and he's going to be brought down just as he crossed the 50. and he's brought down by, trying to see who brought him down. I think that was number 3? Number 3, Maben. And he saves a touchdown. He never got behind Maben, but he had a big hole there off that right side. You know, one man out of position is all it takes to break one. You know, it only takes one play to score. 3:15 to go in the opening quarter. Southside 14, Ripley 3. The ball just across the 50 at the Tiger 48-yard line. First down and 10 for Southside. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Two running backs, shotgun formation. Hands it off to his tailback. He's got some room over on the left side again. He breaks it outside. He's got one man to beat, and that's Saban. And Maben, as he grabs him by the neck and brings him down, but not till he gets to about the 9-yard line. So that's going to move the sticks, and it'll be first down and goal for Southside at the 9-yard line.
I don't understand why our defense cannot understand left and right.
They're getting blocked. You know, they're getting caught up inside, and they're getting blocked, and they're going and they're taking the fakes, and you know, instead of playing position. So the Tigers call a timeout. Coach Cruz going to regroup his team. So with their timeout, 2:43 to go in the first quarter. Again, Jackson Southside 14, Ripley 3. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with more Tiger football right after this. Ripley Tigers took a timeout. They trail 14-3. I want to give a shout out to Randy back at the station running the boards, doing a fantastic job. He's been doing it longer than I have. So glad to have you back, Randy. So the ball is on the 10-yard line. It's going to be first down and goal from the 10. Two wideouts right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation, 2 running backs. Quarterback takes the snap. It's a toss sweep coming this way. And they are going to push him out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. They're all the way, and a flag comes out late. And
It's going to be a late hit, Mike. I saw that.
If that's the case, it won't move it far. It'll be half the distance. And I think the ball was about the 2, so it may move it down to the 1. Yeah, we can't have that kind of, you know, you just can't do that. Yeah.
Personal foul against the Ripley Tigers.
So he was at the 4, so they're going to move it down to the 2.
Ball places the 3-yard line.
So it's at the 3, and so it'll be second down and goal from the 3. Tigers need to dig in here. Quarterback takes a snap, hands it to his running back, starts inside, breaks it back outside, and splits a couple of tackles and gets into the end zone for a Southside touchdown to make the score 20-3. Southside over Ripley with 2:32 to go in the opening quarter.
Number 12, Matthew Steen on to attempt the extra point.
Southside lined up for the PAT. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So the score now 21-3. Southside over Ripley with 2:32 to go in the opening quarter. And we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. We're ready for the kickoff. Jackson Southside after a touchdown. And opens up the score 21-3 over the Ripley Tigers. 2:32 to go in the opening quarter. Here's the kick. It looks like it's going into the end zone. No, he's going to take it at about the 2. And he's going to be out across the 15, the 20. And it gets, just across the 20. He's still driving. He's going to be brought down about, looks like maybe the 22 or 23. That's where the Ripley Tigers will have first down. And that was Maben on the return.
35, Gavin Williams on the tackle for the Hawks. First and 10, Ripley from the 22-yard line.
That Southside is tied for number 8 in the state of Crockett County. I don't know, Mike. These kids have worked hard all summer.
Well, Ripley comes to the line of scrimmage with 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be a toss back to the running back at a wide out, and he actually tried to dodge one of the defenders and was just basically stopped in his track and cleaned his clock, as he's going to lose about excuse me, he's going to lose about 3 yards. Make it 2nd down and 13 as they get back. Now the ball is spotted at about the 19-yard line. 1:57 and counting here in the first quarter. Southside 21, Ripley 3. Ross brings his team to the line. 2 wide outs left, 1 to the right. Drops straight back, wants to throw, and he's got a man over, and he catches it and gets out of bounds. It's going to be well short of the first down. It was in the flat, and let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 24-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and long for the Tigers, 3rd and 8. 1:40 to go. Clock stops as he gets out of bounds. Big, huge 3rd down here for the Ripley Tigers. They need to convert here the worst kind of way. And they hand the ball off to Squirt. And they hit him just about the time he gets to the line of scrimmage, and he was moving pretty good if he had any blocking at all. But they hit him. It looked like about on his left. Looked like they hit him about his hip, but he goes down. He makes it to the sideline, but he's not putting any weight on that left leg, and we definitely can't afford to do without him. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 7 for Ripley.
Well, it's nothing that Southside's doing that we're not doing to ourselves. We have no blocking at all up front.
1:07 to go in the first quarter.
Back to receive for Hawks number 4, Terrell Turner.
Ross back to punt, and the Tigers are going to call a timeout. I think they were a man short.
Timeout on the field. Ripley Tigers timeout.
So with that timeout, we'll take a timeout and be back with more Tiger football right after this. Time to go. Oh, that's 54.5 seconds to go in the opening quarter. It's going to be 4th down for the Ripley Tigers, 4th down and 7. Ross is back to punt. Now, he usually does kind of a rugby-style punt, but he's also the quarterback, so you never can count out the fact that he might fake. But Jackson Southside not taking any chances. They've only got 1 man back deep.
Back to punt for the Ripley Tigers. Tyler Ross. Back to receive for the Hawks, number 4. Terrell Turner.
Ross stands at his 15. 4th down and 7. Here's a snap, and quick kick gets it away. Good kick. It hits and it just about dies. And at about the 42-yard line. So that's where Southside will have it. Well, they're going to say the ball was at the 30, right at the right about the 39-yard line. So with 46 seconds to go in the opening quarter, Jackson Southside will have it 1st down and 10 from their own 39. And they've got the ball and the lead, 21-3.
Right now, Southside doing whatever they want to with the Tiger defense. I don't know if it's because we're young in that backfield or we're just don't know how to block or tackle, or maybe the coaches at halftime, or hopefully before halftime, we can get something together.
Southside breaks the huddle, comes to the line of scrimmage. Wide outs to either side. Shotgun formation. 2 running backs in the backfield. Takes a snap, and he's going to hand it off to the workhorse, trying to get outside. And a good job there by the Southside defenders as they open up the lane from down the sideline again. The Tigers getting turned in and getting blocked, and it moves the sticks. They're going to cross the 50 and be down to, they're going to spot the ball right at the 46-yard line with 38.2 seconds to go in the opening quarter.
And the man in the backfield going to change it, but he just wasn't fast enough.
Yeah, he just didn't have he was a little bit, obviously he was an defensive lineman and chasing a running back, but didn't have quite the best angle of pursuit on him either. The 1st down and 10, Southside. Wide outs to either side. high snap, but he brings it down. Number 27 again, and he's brought down after about a 5-yard gain by number 7 of the Tigers. That's Anthony Webster. He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 175 pounds.
About the running back for Southside. Oh, you're talking about the Ripley. Now, number 27 for Southside been carrying the ball for most of the night. He's not that fast. Southside just doing good blocking.
Number 27 for Southside is the workhorse. That's Eric Latham, and he is a senior. And they're going to let the clock run out. So at the end of 1, it's going to be Southside 21, Ripley 3. When we return, it'll be 2nd down and 6 for Southside. But we're going to take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back with the second quarter right after this. As we get ready to start the second quarter, Southside will have the ball 2nd down and 6 at the Tiger 42-yard line. They have the ball in the lead, 21-3. They come to the line of scrimmage, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. They hand it to number 27 or 20 this time, and he brought down hard that time by number 70 and number 18 of the Tigers after a short gain. Number 18 is J.J. Hammer. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 152 pounds. And number 70 on the tackle as well, Keontae Hall. He's a senior, 5'8", 290. Southside back to the line of scrimmage, 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right. Quarterback in shotgun formation, takes a snap. Number 20 again gets the ball. He's into the secondary, and number 18 misses. Well, he grabbed a hold of him, slowed him down, but not until after he's got the first down and more. Number 18 was Hammer. He wasn't afraid to hit him. He just hit him a little too high.
Yeah, it looked like he grabbed it around the back of his neck.
Yeah, he grabbed his helmet instead of putting a shoulder into him or a helmet into him. But that results in a first down for Southside. They'll have the ball to 24-yard line, 1st down and 10. They break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. This time 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right. 2-man set in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Number 27 with the carry this time. Starts inside, breaks it outside. We missed a tackle there. And he just cutting through our defense like butter. And there's 2 flags come in as he goes into the end zone. But I think that's going to be it may be a hold downfield. I'm not sure. The flags are down. 2 came in at the same time at the 5-yard line. And let's see what the call is. It's going to be a block in the back, and that's going to be against Southside. So it's going to negate that touchdown and bring them back. They were at about the 24, and so that'll back them up and take the 7 points off the board. Big break there for the Tigers. Now they're going to spot the ball. They've still got to mark it off.
That still doesn't.
No,
the fact that he just cut, like you said, he cut through our defense like butter, Mike.
He was just weaving back and forth in between them, and we just weren't breaking down. You've got to break down. You can't just keep going after where you think he's going to go, or watch his head or watch his aim. But actually, the way they've got this ball spotted, it's 1st down and 1 from the 15-yard line. So it must have been from the point of infraction. And it's a hand the ball, actually tossed the ball off, and he's got a man down the sideline, and he gets into the end zone. And just like that, they get that 7 points back. The score now 27-3 with 10:44 to go in the first. Southside on the board again as they get ready for their point after.
Well, I give my hats off to Southside. They're doing what they come in to do. You know, it's no sense that this will be 48-3 score.
Number 7 is the holder. Here's the snap, kick up, and it is good. So with 10:44 to go in the opening quarter, Southside 28, Ripley 3. So we'll be back with the kickoff, and the Tigers will have the ball on the other side of the break. We'll be back with more Tiger football right after this. As we're ready for the kickoff, Southside to kick off after a touchdown, 28-3. It's a long end-over-end kick, low, but it goes into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. So Ripley will have another opportunity from their own 20-yard line. Tigers definitely have to get something going here. They've had sparks of having some good offensive plays, but they just haven't put put them together and done them consistently so that they can march the ball down the field. So the Tigers have another opportunity here. Ross is going to be in at quarterback in shotgun formation.
And they've taken number 11 out, Mike. He must have banged up his ankle.
Yeah, he hasn't come back. 2 wide outs to either side for the Tigers. And looking to throw. He's got a man, and it's complete. Gage Barham, I believe, was the receiver there. He catches the ball and picks up about 5 yards. Let's see where they spot him. They spot him about a 4-yard pickup, so it'll be second down and 6. I believe that was Gage.
I can't tell if it's 16 or 15.
Second down. Tackle on the play, number 3, Terrell Turner.
If it was 16, it was Gage. If it was 15, it was Stanley. Quarterback takes a snap, and this time he throws it out to Bostic, and he breaks the first tackle, the second tackle, and the third tackle, and he gets the first down and more as he's out across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. And that's a good idea. They need to put the ball in his hands out in space because he's quick. And if he gets his hand on the ball and gets in some space, he can make some people miss. And that's what he did there, and it picks up a first down. And the Tigers have a new set of downs as they move the sticks. The ball is at the 37-yard line, first down and 10 for Ripley with 9:55 to go in the second quarter. Ripley trails 28-3. 2 wide outs to either side. Quarterback drops back, looking downfield, rolls to his right. Now he's got a man over the middle and overthrows him. Had a man wide open, number 23, which was Curry, and he was running back underneath the coverage on a crossing pattern and just overthrew him a little bit, and it falls incomplete. So it'll be second down and 10.
I don't know why Tyler didn't run that, Mike, because he had that whole right side open. And Tyler can run the ball.
He can. Let's see, it looks like, yep, it's going to be second down and 10. Tigers back up to the line of scrimmage. 1 man set in the backfield. 2 wide outs to either side.
Offside, just like on Southside.
Yep, that's what it is. And so that'll give the Tigers 5 more yards. So instead of second and 10, it'll be second and 5.
Number 19. That's who jumped on the Southside Hawks.
Number 19 for Southside is Williams. He's a junior.
We still got plenty of time in this ball game.
Ross in shotgun formation, single set back to his left, drops back, wants to throw, has a man, and it's complete to Bostic, and he gets the first down. I believe it's forward progress. They pushed him out of bounds, but I think it's going to be right at the first down mark.
He got the first down, looks like to me, Mike.
Yeah, they got it. So the new set of downs. So the Tigers moving down the field this time as they are at the 47-yard line.
We should have started out there to start off, you know what?
But, you know, they've had to kind of change their game plan since Moore went out. And so they're doing things differently, and it seems to be Southside having problems adjusting to it. 2 wide outs to either side. Ross takes a snap, looking to throw again. Flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his right. He's going to run it. He's got some room. And he was hit at the 44, 45, 46-yard line. And it was a good hard hit on the far side, but he picks up about 7 yards as he put his shoulder down.
Looks like took a pretty big hit in that back because he turned his back towards the defender.
Yeah, I think he looked like he maybe dipped his shoulder, which that's kind of dangerous for a quarterback to dip his shoulder. If he's going to do that, I hope it's his left shoulder, not his right one.
Well, either one, he can break his collarbone.
Yeah. So it'll be second down and about 3 for Ripley. And they're going to hand the ball off this time, and he's going to be just short of the first down. It was second down and 3. Looks like it's probably going to be third down and 1, depending on the spot. They're going to spot the ball right at the 45-yard line, so it will be third down and 1 for Ripley, maybe third down and 2.
And if we don't get it, I still go for it. I mean, what you got to lose to this?
Well, it's early in the game. I don't know if if it's less than 1, I'd definitely do it, 1 or less. But we'll see what the coaches see. We'll see what we do on this play. And Tyler's just going to run the ball. Got the first down. He fumbles it.
My gosh. My gosh. Maybe he got it back.
It looks like it did. Well, let's see. They haven't given an indication of it. It looks like they're going to say Southside got it. Yes, they do. He had the first down. It was right at the first down marker, and he was hit just about the time
that he's fumbled this ball.
And so that's the turnover with 7:45 to go here in the second quarter. The Tigers were on the move, had the first down on that play, and coughed it up right at the end of the play at the hit. So Southside will have it now first down and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Well, you can't carry the ball like you're taking home bread, and that's what Tyler did. When you run like that, Mike, you got to double arm that ball.
7:45 to go in the first half. Southside up to the line of scrimmage, shotgun formation, 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left. Quarterback takes the snap. He hands it off to number 27, starts it inside, breaks it back outside, and he's brought down after a pickup of about 2 or 3 off the left side.
I tell you, with that center for Southside, he hikes that ball high.
Yeah, it's a wonder he haven't fumbled themselves. As their ball's going to be spotted right at the nose of it, right at the 45-yard line. So pick up of about 2. Second down and 8, but he's had to jump up and get several of them, and it'll eventually throw your timing off, and unless they've been doing it that way since the spring, then maybe he's used to it. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. 2-man set in the backfield, shotgun formation, man in motion from right to left. They hand the ball to number 27 again, starts inside, and he's hit hard there by the Tigers right at the line of scrimmage. And he actually had some space out if he'd have broke it outside. He started outside and cut back inside, and the Tigers corral him up for basically no gain.
That brings up 3rd down and 8.
With 6:47.
So they seem to be personnel in.
Well, 3rd down is what the scoreboard and the marker says, so. It may be probably their passing package. Big 3rd down here for Southside as they come to the line of scrimmage. Wide outs to the left and to the right, 2 on either side. Number 7, the quarterback for Southside, takes a snap. High again. He's thrown it over the middle and in and out of the hands. It was actually thrown behind the receiver, so it's going to bring up 4th down as it falls incomplete. 4th down and 8 for Southside. So we should see the first punt of the night for Southside.
Well, I guess past Southside is feeling cocky. So I guess they're going to keep their people in.
Well, if we can stop them, we'll get the ball back in pretty good position. Field position. Of course, they may try to draw us off, but it still wouldn't give a first down because it's 4th down and 8. Excuse me, ball at the 45-yard line. This time 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback looking to throw. He's looking long downfield, and it's complete. Right across the 25 down to about the 22 or 3-yard line, just right down the middle of the field. And he had decent coverage on him, but the ball was thrown exactly where it had to be thrown, and he did a good job of holding on to it, so it moves the sticks with 6:08 to go in the second quarter. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for Southside as they spot the ball at about the 23-yard line. Two wideouts right, 1 to the left. 2 men in the shotgun backfield. Quarterback takes a snap, and he hands it off as he breaks through, and he breaks 4 or 5 tackles and rambles down inside the 5-yard line to just shy of the goal line. Looks like maybe the 2 or 3, and he broke several tackles going down the field.
First down.
So with 5:38 to go here in the second quarter, it's going to be 1st down and goal. It looks like they've got the ball spotted at about the 1-yard line. So Southside breaks the huddle, comes to the line of scrimmage. Wide outs, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to number 20, and he walks into the end zone over the left side. We're just getting beat on the line, it appears to me. 5 5:14 to go in this first half. Southside 34, Ripley 3, as they're lined up for their point after.
One thing about it, they score again in this half. It'll be in the Mercer rule.
Here's the snap. The hold is up, and the kick is good. So with 5:14 to go, the score now 35-3. With 5:14 to go, we'll be back with the Southside kickoff right after this. We're ready for the kickoff as Southside will be teeing it up at the 40.
And number 16.
Curry and Barham back deep to receive for the Tigers as they stand at the 10. It's a long end-over-end kick. It's going to go into the end zone, and the Tigers just let it go through, so it'll be a touchback. The Tigers, again, will have the ball at the 20-yard line. Only one kick so far this whole game didn't go into the end zone by either team. So a lot of some very good kicking going on in this game. Two very good kickers. First down and 10 for Ripley. 5:14 to go in the first half from their own 20. Squirt Moore hadn't come back in, so I see him on the sideline without his helmet on, so hopefully he'll be able to come back in the second half. Here's a snap. Ross looking. He throws out into the flat, and it is complete. A good job there by Curry, number 23, as he dives for it, and he picks up about 6 on the carry. Now, that's one of the things I thought we've been missing for a long time. I like to see these guys lay out for the ball, and he really laid out for it, and he picks up about 6 yards. So it's second down and 4, ball from the 26-yard line. Be sure to stay tuned at halftime for the Coach Justin Cruz show. Here's the snap. They hand the ball off to the running back, and he breaks a couple of tackles. He's got the first down and more. He's into the secondary, runs over one man, and he gets across the 40 out to about the 42 or 3-yard line. I think that was
number 23, I think, Mike.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Anderson.
Number 28.
They said it was 28. If it was 23, it was Curry. If it was 28, it was Anderson. I laid my glasses down somewhere, so I can't read.
Your glasses? They're on your face.
No, my other glasses. I got another pair. Oh. There we go. And here is Ross, and a flag comes out as he's wanting to throw. As he rolls this way, looking downfield, he's going to run it. And he picks up about 3 or 4. But again, a flag came in before the end of the play, and I'm guessing that's probably going to be a holding call against Ripley based on it's going to be a procedure penalty against the Tigers, so that's going to back them up 5. They're getting ready to mark it off. The cheerleaders this year for Ripley High School, the seniors are Naisha Gendry, she's a captain, Lindsay Hendren, a captain, and Delaney Mann, also a captain. Lily Carmack, Bailey Canaster, Karen Holmes, Race Jackson, Taylor Land, Shelby Odom, and Taylor Walding are seniors. Ross rolls out to his right. He's hitting the backfield, but he gets rid of it, and almost complete and almost picked off. It was a kind of a toss-up over there as it was first down and 15. It's going to be second down and 15. Ross did a good job of avoiding the pressure and gets rid of the ball and almost had a completion over there, but it was all the way across the field, so the ball was in there a long time, and so they were able to cover enough ground to be able to knock it down. So with 3:59 to go in the first quarter, the score, Southside 35, Ripley 3. It's going to be second down and 15 from the 37-yard line for the Tigers. Ross has 2 wide outs to each side. Single setback to his right, takes a snap, looking to throw. He's got time, got plenty of time, and it's caught and complete, and he's going to have the first down and more as he goes down the sideline. He's out to about across the 40-yard line. And a good job there by Curry as he catches it and gets all the way down. Let's see where they spotted. It's the first down for Ripley. And Again, that was Curry, number 23, on the completion, and he broke a tackle, and I think somebody is injured. You can't see who or where it is.
For the Tigers.
No, I think it's Southside. Yeah, on the far side, I think it was either the guy that Curry hit, or he just kind of juked him out of his shoes. And I think it looks like the way they're treating it as a cramp because they're holding his legs up. So he'll be all right. First game of the season. I'm surprised we haven't had any more than we have so far in the game, because those cramps, I mean, they're not anything that's going to hurt you long term, but boy, they sure are painful in the short run.
Let me tell you, we are a whole lot better team, Mike, than 35-3.
Yeah, of course, if this team is a top 15 team, they may be that good. I don't know. I don't know if they're that good or we're not playing that well or a combination of both, but we'll find out here in the second half, and we'll find out as the season goes along. Again, and you're right. I mean, we're not. I don't know if it's because we're missing blocks or they're that good on defense. But we'll find out. Like I said, that was number 23 injured Hawk, and number 23.
He got laid out.
First and 10, Ripley Tigers.
Number 23 for Southside he was one of the captains, Harold Ingram. He's a junior. As he gets helped off the field, it's first down and 10 for Ripley. As they come to the line of scrimmage, 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Ross in shotgun, takes a snap, looking to throw, looking, steps up, has a man, and it's complete to Bostic, and he's going to go into the touchdown. He's got one man to beat, and he is in for the Tiger touchdown. So with 3:22 to go in the first half, the Tigers get their first touchdown of the season to make the score now 35-9 as they get ready for the PAT. And again,
that's just how the Tiger can score, just like that, Mike.
Exactly, and that's what I said earlier. They've got to get the ball into his hands in space. He's not a fullback. He's not going to run through the line. But if you get him out in some space, he'll make people miss.
Well, he's 6'4", and all he got to take about 3 or 4 steps, he's there.
That's right. He covers a lot of ground every step he makes. And he's a fantastic basketball player, and we're fortunate to have him out playing football. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up and good. So with 3:22 to go in the first half, the score now, Ripley 10, Jackson Southside 35, and we'll be back with the Ripley kickoff in 30 seconds right after this. We get ready for the kickoff. Ripley, after a touchdown, will kick off, going back to the Ripley High School cheerleaders. The junior is Reagan White. The sophomores, Hannah Carroll, Ashlyn Gray, Lexi Greer, Amber Murphy, and the freshman, Hannah Chalk, Alex Crowder, Paige Hardy, Carney Rose, Maddie Payton, Brianna Shelton, and Abby Sondergrath. And Ginger Hearn is the cheerleading coach. And here's the kick, and it's a low end-over-end kick, and it's actually going to go out of bounds. And so that's going to either give them the ball at the 35 unless they want us to kick again. It's the first time I've seen him kick the ball out of bounds. Like, he didn't get his foot in it exactly right because it was low. It never turned over, and obviously it was off to one side. So they're going to take the ball at the 35, it looks like. No, they're going to have Ripley kick it again.
That's good. This time he puts in the end zone.
It is good. Of course, he's going to have a little bit further to put it in there, but he's got the leg to put it in there. So he'll be kicking from the 35 this time. If I was Southside, I would have taken the ball at the 35 because he's definitely got the potential to put them back at the 20. Of course, they're hoping it's going to be short and they'll get a run back and maybe get a couple blocks and get downfield. But
looks like Coach Cruz is playing a lot of kids tonight, Mike.
Yeah, there's a lot of different kids out here tonight. A bunch of different numbers, new guys. Hawkins puts the ball down to 35 on the near hash mark. That's where he's going to tee it up. 3:22 to go in the first half.
And the game has been called consistently.
Yeah, I can't complain about the referees at all. Hawkins is back as he gets ready to kick off. He starts back at about his 22-yard line, the ball to 35, so he gets a good run at it, good look at it before he gets there. And here's the kick. And still a low end-over-end kick. And it's going to be taken right at the goal line. And let's see how far they get it out. It's across the 20, the 25. Hit hard there by Ripley Tiger. That was number 27. And so they didn't get as good field position as they would have had if they'd have taken it. Number 27 for Ripley is Bradley Johnson. He's a junior. 5'6", 165 pounds. And, well, he hit him like he weighed 265 pounds.
I'm going to tell you what, if you want to see some hard-hitting Tigers, wait until that first JV game. Like, them kids hit hard.
They do. So it'll be first down and 10 at the 27-yard line, 3:16 to go. Southside with the ball, first down and 10. Southside breaks the huddle, comes to the line of scrimmage. Wide outs to either side. Full backfield. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. There's a miscommunication in the backfield, but he breaks over to the left. And short gain, he's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 on the play.
Number 27, Eric Latham on the carry, second down.
And let's see where they spot it. So they're going to spot it right at the 30-yard line, so a pickup of about 3 or 4. So it'll be second down. Scoreboard says 7. Looks like 6 to me. Either way, they've got to get to the 37-yard line for a first down. Clock continues to run, 2:40 to go until halftime. Of course, the Tigers will get the ball to start the second half. Southside takes a snap, hands it right off to the left side. He breaks through the line and is into the secondary, across the 50, across the 40, and going to be brought down at the 25-yard line. Number 10, I believe, for the Tigers. That's 10, maybe 16. I believe that was 16, Gage Barham, that runs him down. But a huge gain there for Southside as he ran into the crowd right there at the line, and he just kind of squirted out of it and had a couple people to beat, and he was able to get in a foot race over on the sideline and get down to the 25. So with 2:20 to go in the first half, Southside has the ball, first down and 10 at the Tiger 25.
Whoever said these Hawks didn't have no fast back, I don't know what film they watched.
Wide outs to either side. Full backfield. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to the left side. Hit hard there again by number 27, pickup of about 2. He falls forward after the hit. But that's second play out about the last 4 that Bradley Johnson has made a big hit.
He sure has.
5'10", 160 pounds. So it'll be, they give him about 1, second down and 9, ball at the 25. Full backfield again, wide outs to either side. A little bit of confusion. Southside's going to call a timeout. So with Southside's timeout, we'll take a timeout also and be back with more Tiger football right after the timeout. 1:26 to go until halftime. Ripley 10, Jackson Southside 35. Southside, a little confusion there on that last play. They called a timeout. I think that's their first, or I think it's their second timeout of the half. So they'll come up with second down and 9, ball on the far hash mark, moving from left to right on your radio dial. They had some confusion in the alignment. So this time they come with 2-man backfield. Wide outs to both sides. Quarterback takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He throws out into the flat. It's complete. He's got one man to beat, but he pushes him backwards, but he does get stopped short of the touchdown or the goal line, but not until he gets to about looks like they're going to spot him at about the 3-yard line. So that'll be first down and goal with 1 minute and 14 seconds to go until halftime. Southside up to the line, full backfield again. Wide outs to either side. And the ball off number 27, starts inside, hit by number 27 again as he is brought down short of the goal line. It looks like he picks up about 1, maybe 2. They're going to say he's at about the 1-yard line, maybe 2, depending on the spot. But either way, short of the goal line with 56 seconds to go. they've got enough time here, and I think they've still got a timeout left.
I don't think Southside only took it one timeout.
One or two, I don't remember, but I know that they've got at least one in their back pocket they can use as we are under 40 seconds. Second down and goal from the 2-yard line. Full backfield again. Quarterback hands it to his tailback. It's a big pile up at the line, and he does get across the line of scrimmage, but he had to fight for that one this time. And so that will put 7 or 6 more on the board for Jackson Southside.
Touchdown is brought to you tonight by Complete Dental Care. Number 12, Matthew Steen to attempt the extra point.
So it's going to be the PAT for Jackson Southside with 25 seconds exactly left until halftime. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. And again, he's about as good a kicker as we have, and I think we've got about as good a kicker as anybody. So 2 really good kickers in this game. So it's going to be 25 seconds to go. We'll hold it here.
I imagine the Tigers just need it here, Mike. There's no leading.
I'd try to run it back.
Would you?
Yeah.
I
wouldn't waste. Yeah, I wouldn't waste a play. I mean, the coach may want to get in there and, try to make some adjustments. But if I've got the ball, I'm going to try to do something with it. I mean, that's just me, and I'm not a coach. Try to end on a positive note. At least with 25 seconds to go, Jackson Southside tees it up, middle of the field, 40-yard line.
First of all, Matthew Steen to kick off for the Hawks. Back to receive for the Ripley Tigers.
And here's the kick. Long end over end kick. It looks like it's going to go into the end zone. No, he takes it right at the goal line, and that's Gage Barham. He's right up the middle. He breaks it outside. He breaks a couple of tackles, and he gets across the 25, or out to about the 25. So with 18 seconds to go until halftime, Ripley will have the ball. And a good run there by Gage Barham, and I think he's just a junior. Let's see.
I think he is a junior.
He's a junior, and this is actually, I think, the first year he's played football since maybe his freshman year.
I think he normally plays baseball.
He does. I think he's a shortstop on the baseball team. He's a good athlete. I know that. And he's running the ball hard. He's not a huge guy, but he's very athletic and has a will to win. 18.7 seconds to go until halftime. Ripley up on the line and dropping back to throw. He's got Bostic on this side, and he's going to be, well, he gets out of the jam there and picked off. No, it falls incomplete. He tried to force the ball into the flat. He had Bostic wide open on this side, and he was under a little bit of pressure, so he stepped up and tried to throw it over, force it into the right. And fortunately, the ball, he throws it into coverage, and it does fall incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 25-yard line with 10 seconds to go until halftime.
I was just seeing Bostic down the field fast as you can go and just throw it, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely go downfield. Two wideouts to either side. He's looking to throw again. Bostic over the middle, and they're going to hit him in the backfield. So that's going to be the last play of the first half. And as the clock goes down to 0, remember the Tigers will get the ball first down. Get the ball to start the second half. And so at the end of the first half, it is Jackson Southside 42, Ripley 10. Remember, stay tuned for the coach's show. It's coming on here at halftime. Hear Coach Cruz's thoughts on tonight's games before the game. And, of course, I always say that you can tell more about a coach and the adjustments that he makes at halftime than you can before the game. I don't know if Southside is doing something different than what we expected, or we're doing something different than what we anticipated. But at any rate, we'll see what kind of adjustments are made at halftime. Southside's band comes onto the field, and we'll be back with the second half in about 20 minutes or so. Stay tuned. Till then, we'll send it back to the station. Get ready for the second half here in Jackson at the Jackson Southside High School. Ripley will get the ball to start the second half. They trail 42-10. I got to give a shout out again to my in-laws, or outlaws as I call them, up in Detroit City. They're listening to us online. Appreciate you tuning in, Gary and Kathy. Ripley has back deep Gage Barham and number 23, and he takes the ball right at the goal line, starts to the right side, breaks it outside. He's got a little room on the outside. He gets across the 35 and brought down just shy of the 40. Looks like about the maybe 38-yard line. And that's where Ripley will take the ball. Pretty good run back there. Again, number 23 on the return. That was Curry. So the ball is spotted at the, looks like the 37-yard line. That's where Ripley will have it, first down and 10. Also got to give a shout-out to my soon-to-be daughter-in-law. Her name is Casey Sunshine Bright. Believe it or not, that's her name, too. And she'll be my daughter-in-law in less than a year, and she's in Groton, Connecticut. So a shout-out all the way up to Groton. Ripley to the line of scrimmage, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback takes a snap. He has it. He's got past the line of scrimmage, and then he was corralled up by number 20. Number 28 was on the carry for Ripley Tigers. That was Trayvon Anderson. He's a junior, and he was brought down by number 20 for Jackson Southside.
Trayvon Anderson on the carry.
We got to do a better job of blocking up front too, Mike. Giving that running back plenty of time to run.
That was Austin Clark on the tackle. No gain, second down and 10.
I thought he got about
2 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right. 1 man in the backfield. He's looking to throw. He's throwing into the flat, and it's caught by Bostic, and he picks up it looks like his forward progress is going to get him out to about the 34-yard line. So that's
spot right there to me, don't it, Chief?
Close.
I thought he caught it closer to the 45-yard line to the 44.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 4 for Ripley. Tigers need to convert here and keep the ball out of Southside's hands. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off. He breaks through the line of scrimmage and drops the ball, puts the ball on the ground, and the Tigers turn the ball over. That was number 28 for Ripley on the carry. Number 28 is Trayvon Anderson. So the Tigers were moving the ball. It was up close to a first down, and they turn it over at the 46-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Southside at the Tiger 46-yard line. Just got a text from Sunshine up in Connecticut saying that she is listening. And so I'm glad to know that we're able to get out that far via the internet. Anyone can listen anywhere you are if you've got the internet. Streaming online live. Southside to the line of scrimmage. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. 2-man backfield. Shotgun formation. Hand it to number 27. He goes off right tackle, picks up about 5, but a flag comes in on the far side, and it's in the offside or illegal procedure. And I think it's going to be against Southside. They look like they're backing up. Yes, it's going to be a procedure penalty against Southside, so that'll back them up and make it 1st down and 15.
Penalty mark on the play. Illegal procedure against the Hawks. Replay 1st down.
You know how these Yankees are up north. They think all of us down here are hillbillies, and I'm sure some of us are, but not all of us. And all of y'all are not Yankees either, but most of you are.
So that's where your wife folks live?
Yeah, that's where she's from.
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit City.
Motor City.
Motor City. A lot of madness up there. Southside to the line of scrimmage, 9:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. 42-10, Southside with the ball. And they fake the handoff, throwing it into the flat, and it's complete. He breaks across the 40, and inside the 35, he's got the 1st down and about 3 more. And we're getting caught up on that fake. We're taking the fake, and we're trying to think instead of just playing responsibilities. When they're faking the ball inside, they're coming in for the fake, thinking that the ball is going to be run inside because they've done that successfully, and then they're pulling it back out and throwing it into the flat. And when they're doing that, we're not having anybody out there to pull them, or no linebackers out there, and the secondary is having to come up. 1st down and 10 for Southside. Ball at the 33-yard line. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to number 27. He's going to be brought down right at the 30. He keeps fighting forward. He doesn't want to go down. They hit him about the 31, and he goes all the way down to about the 26 before he's brought down. It's going to be short of the first down, but it's going to be second down and relatively short. Looks like second down and about 3 or 4. We'll call it a long 3, a short 4.
Oh, Southside doing now, just run the clock, Mike. That's all they're doing.
Southside up to the line of scrimmage, 9 minutes to go. Quarterback takes the snap. He hands it off number 27. He hits the middle. He breaks it into the secondary, and he busted outside. And again, the Tigers over pursue, and they're going to be brought down just inside it looks like almost right at the 1 yard line. Again, they've had so much success running up the middle that we're over pursuing to the middle, and then when he breaks it back out, we're not playing our containment. And, you've got to play your responsibility. If you don't, a good running back is going to do that. And this running back is a good running back. He's got great vision. Again, his number is 27, Eric Latham. He's a senior linebacker and running back. So it's going to be first down and goal. The ball is at the 1. 8:30 to go here in the third quarter.
And when they make this score, Mike, and they're going to make it, it's going to put us into where the clock continues to runs.
8:20, first down and 10. They hand the ball off to the left side, and he goes into the end zone. So 48 to 10 is the score now as they get ready for the PAT with 8:11 to go here in the third quarter.
Well, I don't know why, but we haven't already went to the Mercy Rule because we're ahead 30. They're ahead now by 35 to go into the Mercy Rule.
Right. Well, we just did it on this play. Lined up for the PAT. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 8:11 to go here in the third quarter, Southside opens up the score now, 48 to 10, and they'll be kicking off to the Ripley Tigers. The Tigers have kind of been their own worst enemy as they've put the ball on the ground twice, turned it over, at least twice, maybe 3 times. And so, that's 21 points. You take 21 points off of this, and it's a lot closer ball game. So the Tigers have been hurting themselves. They're just putting the ball on the ground, and they've shown, spurts of really good football, but they're not capping them off. They're not taking advantage of them as they're putting the ball on the ground. They're missing tackles, and so we've got a lot to work on. Let's see.
It would be
number 23, Kadarius Curry.
So with 8:11 to go, Ripley is going to be ready for a kickoff.
You take away the 3 turnovers, they take them 21 points, and it's only a 28 to 10 ball game.
Yeah, big difference. And, of course, we've had some very untimely penalties. And, we've missed some tackles and we've missed some blocks. I would say the biggest thing that I could see is we're just not playing containment football. We're getting caught up in the middle and letting them get outside. And here's a long end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken by Gage Barham, and he steps back into the end zone to bring it out, and that's going to result in a touchback. So it'll be first down and 10 for the 20 for Ripley.
What do you do when this ball game's over with, and next week you start your practice? How do you get your kids?
Well, that's really a coach question, a lot more than me. But what you do to me is you work on what you don't do, what you didn't do well, and
that would just about be everything tonight.
Well,
we've done some good things. We have.
To me, they've obviously got to work on their responsibilities on defense, and they've got to figure out a way to get the ball into Bostic's hands and get the ball into other receivers' hands outside. And here's a snap, and it's a swing pass out to number 3. He corrals it in, and he dodges the first tackle and the second one. He gets across the 30. He's got the first down, so it'll be first down and 10 for Ripley at the 22-yard line, and a Hawk goes down.
By number 19.
I'm guessing it's probably a cramp.
And number 4, Terrell Turner.
Maybe done
He did. He put his shoulder down and was able to basically sidestep the defender. Again, Southside Hawk was down, and it must not be a cramp because they're getting him off the field. He looks like he's hopping, but again, it may be they just may be getting him off the field so that they won't delay the game.
Like I said earlier, Mike, the score really doesn't depict the Tigers. It's just that we've done some things, like you said, we've over pursued plays. We've had 3 fumbles.
Yeah, I mean, I could think of probably half a dozen plays that would, if they weren't in this game, it would be a tight ball game.
Yeah.
Obviously we got to block better, but the main thing I see is, the number one thing is we've got to reduce the turnovers. And the second thing is we've got to play our responsibility on defense. Man in motion from left to right, quarterback hands it off to Gage Barham, and he tries to get outside, and they catch him in the backfield. And again, that is playing your responsibility.
Well, I think he ran into number 75.
Well, yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. He did. He ran into, again, first game of the season, and and of course they're playing without Cordarian Moore, so they're putting some guys back there in the backfield who haven't had as many reps, and so they're not, their timing is not down as well as it would be with somebody who's been in there more. But as we were talking earlier, I don't know anything about Squirt's injury. But this game doesn't count toward the playoffs, and I wouldn't put him back in and take a chance on getting him hurt to keep him out later. Ross rolls to the right, looking downfield, looking, and he throws the ball, and he throws it out of bounds to avoid the sack. It was 3rd down and 12.
It's going to be 4th down and 12 now.
So the Tigers definitely in a punting situation. Let's see if they're going to let Tyler do the rugby-style kick, or if they're going to bring in Hawkins to try to put it downfield.
Timeout, a referee timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field, official is timeout.
So official timeout, not sure what that's about. We'll keep it here.
Somebody's hurt, but I don't know who's hurt.
Is it on the Ripley side? I don't see the injured. Oh, well, I don't see the injured player. I see some guys on their knees, but it must be somebody injured because everybody on the Ripley sideline is down on a knee. Got a pretty good crowd over here tonight that traveled over from Ripley.
Yeah, big crowd.
And appreciate everybody coming over. And I always want you to come out to all the ball games that you can. But if you can't make it, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we'll be here every Friday night to bring you all the games. The schedule for this year for the Ripley Tigers. Go ahead, Tracy.
What I was going to say, next week we'll be at home against Freedom Prep.
That's exactly right.
Freedom Prep got their quarterback.
Have you heard a score on them?
I had not. But I know their quarterback has got offers from Oklahoma, and I think Michigan. And maybe
yeah, and he's a freshman, and I think they've got a big lineman that's gotten a lot of offers too. And I think he may be a junior, sophomore or junior. Anyway, Ross is back to punt, so he's going to do the quick kick or the rugby style kick. Here's the snap. He gets it blocked, and the cross side is going to pick it up. And they're going to have the ball inside the 10 and around the 5-yard line. It was just one man that got through, and it's one thing for a man to get through, but we had a blocker back there, and he didn't do a good job of keeping him away from. Of course, Tyler's got to keep an eye out too. And he take a side step or something to get the ball off. Just like I said, there's plenty of things to work on, and that to me that's an easy fix. If you have to put the second guy back there, what do you have to do? But they only blocked one. Only sent one man that came in from the end, and he of course he was kind of he was untouched coming in from the end, but there was a blocking back there for the punter, and he just wasn't able to keep him out, and he ran. Tyler stepped right into him.
Does that go against Tyler as a turnover, or does it go against not blocking?
Well, on paper, I guess it would go against Tyler, but I wouldn't fault him with it completely anyway.
No, because the guy definitely, and that's one thing that they need to get in there next week and work on is their blocking.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and I've got to give a shout out to the Booster Club, the Booster Club at Ripley, and Donnie York is the president, and I'm so terrible with names because I don't have them written down. I know everybody's face, but I can't remember the names. But they've been doing a fantastic job here in supporting the Ripley Tigers. So support the Booster Club and support all of our sponsors that bring you this live action every Friday night. It's second down and goal from the 5-yard line for Southside. And they've got a new running back in, and he's tripped up as he gets just shy of the goal line. Might be the 1. So it's going to be third down, and let's see where they spot the ball. Looks like it's going to be at the 1. Third down and 1 for Southside. I want to say that was number 30 that was carrying the ball. Again, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors that do allow this game to be brought to you. And they are Mills Food Plaza, Norman Hendren and Family Manor at Mount Carmel, Thornton's Furniture, McDonald's, Cannell's Body Shop, SDG Primary Care, Quality Service or Quality Care, Best One Tire in Jackson and Haywood. And there's an official timeout. Bank of Ripley, Lauderdale County Lumber, Tennessee Lottery, Triple T Tire, Dyersburg and Brownsville locations, SDT Contractors, West Tennessee Expediting, JST Trucking, and Komatsu. So 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the third quarter. Southside over the ball. Second down and go from the 3. And the ball off to the right side. He's trying to get outside. He's going to be close to the goal line. And I think he's going to be short. So it'll bring up fourth down, but they've only got a foot maybe to go. Well, let's see. They may have said he lost a little on the play. Let's see where they spot it. He's still going to be right at about the 1. So, you know, that was a play where the Tigers did actually, of course, they didn't do any misdirection, but they did a good job of corralling him over there, and he didn't cut back against the grain like number 27. Number 27's just got fantastic vision, and he's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's got good vision, and he runs hard.
He's smart.
Yeah.
He's a smart runner.
He is. All right, Southside up to the line of scrimmage, 4th down and 1 from the 1, or 4th down and goal from the 1. It'd be a big moral victory if they could just keep them out right here. Here's the snap, and the quarterback's going to take it himself, and he's hit in the backfield. And so the Tigers stand tall at the goal line and get a turnover here as it looked like Southside ready to go in again. Excuse me. So that's a big moral victory for the Ripley Tigers just to be able to turn them away. And the Ripley players have a Tiger down number, is that 56?
I believe it is 56, Mike.
56 for the Ripley Tigers that's Tyler Rogers, and he's a senior. Oh, it's 58, they're saying. If it's 58, that's Blake Hyde. He's a freshman.
Correction, number 56.
Okay, now they corrected it, and it is 56 as we thought.
He's an injured player.
So he goes off under his own power.
The only bad thing about this is that we're on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, but you know we didn't give up seven points.
That's
So
that's a good thing. That's positive.
You got to look at whatever is positive.
Yeah.
And you know we stopped them, and that's stop them in a goal line stance is good because they had first down and goal inside the 10-yard line. So Ripley will have the ball 99 yards from pay dirt as we approach the 1 minute mark. That's odd to me that they've got the first down marker up there, but they don't have the chains up. So Ripley starts from their own end zone, their backfield standing in the end zone. Tyler stands about 3 or 4 yards deep, and a flag comes in. Okay, now they called an official timeout to get the chain gang up. They kind of went to sleep over there. So they get them up. I was wondering how they was going to know if we had a first down if they weren't marking it. I would have to argue we had it if they didn't mark it off, if it was close. Here's a snap, looking for a pass, swing pass. He's looking downfield. He's got Jamari, and the ball is knocked away. And Jamari got his hands on it, but it was a good defensive play there by Anderson, number 10 for Southside. He did a good job of getting there. Of course, the ball was not intended. Originally, he wasn't the primary target. He was trying to throw it to a back in the flat, and they covered him. So he had to go to a secondary receiver, and the ball was in the air a little longer than would like for it to have been. At any rate, that's probably going to be the last play of the third quarter as we are under 5 seconds. And let's see if they get a snap off. Don't think it's going to happen. Yes, they do, and they hand it to the running back as he hits off the right side, and he runs into a brick wall as that ends the third quarter. Looks like he might have got a yard. It's hard to tell from here, but it's going to bring up third down and about 9 or 10 for the Ripley Tigers as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. We're going to switch into the field and be back with the fourth and final quarter. So stay tuned for more Tiger football. We'll send it back to you at the station. Get ready for the fourth and final quarter. Ripley's got the ball, but they've got to back up against the wall as it's 3rd down and 9. They've got the ball on the 2-yard line. So the Tigers need to get out from the shadow of their own goalpost, at least get out far enough where they can punt without punting out of their own end zone.
3rd down, ball's placed to the 2-yard line to start.
First play of the 4th quarter. Ross stands back about 3 yards deep into his end zone, takes a snap, wanting to throw, looks to his left. He's got it complete. He misses, the first man misses, and he's got the first down as he gets out across the 10 or about to the 15-yard line.
That's Jamari.
Pass is complete.
Was that Bostic?
Number 88.
Complete to Bostic.
Bostic.
And he's, like I said, if you get him in some space, he can make a couple people miss. And he doesn't have to get a touchdown every time. If he can just get a first down and make a few people miss and do it several times, we can march on down the field. First down and 10 from the 15. Ripley takes a snap. They hand it off. No.
Fumble.
It is a turnover, and Southside did get it. So we're just about back where we were about 5 minutes ago when Southside had the ball about ready to score on the other end of the field. And again, so that's 4 turnovers in the ball game so far for Ripley. And I said coming into the game, of course that's true with any game. Turnovers and penalties are the difference. And I won't say that's been the whole difference, but it's been a big part of it.
They've got fitting to be 28 points. No, it'll be more than that off turnovers. It'll be 35 points off turnovers. Yeah, 35 points off turnovers.
I mean, you can't spot it, anybody 35 points and expect to beat them. And so Tigers got plenty to work on, and we'll see what they do next week as they will be at home for the season opener. Southside up to the line of scrimmage. They still got their starters in. They handed off to number 27. He's trying to get outside. He's got blockers in front of him. He's pushed out of bounds.
That's touchdown. Where are they going?
They're going to say he's short at about the 1-yard line. When he gets all the way over in the corner on the far end zone, I can't see the corner. I can't even see the end zone. So
let me say this. It doesn't make any sense for Southside to keep their starters in at this point.
I wouldn't want to take a chance on getting. I mean, if I was up that much, I wouldn't have. I might have some linemen in or something like that, but I wouldn't have my quarterback and tailback in.
Because you're taking a chance on either one of them getting hurt.
That's right. And this game doesn't count for either team as far as the playoffs go. Here is the snap, and he's going off the left side, and he gets into the end zone. So with 9:29 to go, Southside will open up to 54-10. And again, the clock is running. We are under the mercy rule.
Matthew Steen on to attempt the extra point.
So Southside will line up for the PAT as we approach the 9-minute mark. They're up 54-10. Again, a good crowd came over from Ripley. And the Tigers will be at home for their season opener next Friday night. So everybody make your plans now to come out next Friday night. PAT is up, and it is good. So with 8 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the ball game, 55-10 is the score. So we'll hold it here as the Tigers get ready to receive the kickoff after following the Southside touchdown. Ripley they're going to have Gage Barham back deep and number 2, which is Austin Riley. They both stand back inside their 10.
Gage Barham.
Here's the kick. Long end-over-end kick. High, but he brings it down at about the 3-yard line, coming to this side. And he's going to be brought down right at the 20-yard line.
Number 17, Jarian Benson on the tackle. Number 2 on the return, Justin Riley for the Tigers.
can't get no scores, Mike, to say any scores around here. Haywood wasn't beating Henry County 19-14.
I think you said Covington was winning too.
Oh, Covington was up 42-0.
Who were they playing? Munford. So first down and 10 for Ripley. They bat the ball at their own 20-yard line. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the ball game. Quarterback takes a snap. He throws it outside and behind number 15 for the Tigers, which is Cody Stanley. He's a junior.
Second down.
So it'll be second down and 10 as time winds down. I got to say, the folks here at Southside were very cordial, very nice, and it's a pleasure to be here. Well, it's not completely a pleasure, but and Bostic catches the pass. He's got the first down and more. He had one man to beat, and he was off to the races. He gets all the way out to the 40-yard line, so that's a 20-yard scamper by Bostic. And again, we just got to find ways to get the ball in his hands in space. Yeah, a lot.
They're going to give him that ball like a lot.
You know, I would say, this is his first high school football game to ever play in. And I would say he's probably stood out more than anybody else in the game for the Tigers. Ross has two wideouts to the right, one to the left, takes a snap, looking downfield, got a man, goes to Bostic again, it's complete. He breaks one tackle, and the second one wraps him up, but he still picks up about 7 or 8 yards.
He don't mind taking a hit, though.
Number 88, Jamari Bostic on the catch, second down.
So I just got a text from one of my old teammates, Norman Hendren, and he sponsors the game, and we appreciate that. He said that he's got it running, but he hasn't been able to pick up the sound yet, so maybe it just needs to buffer sometimes, depending on your internet speed. It takes a little bit to catch up, but at any rate, appreciate his sponsorship. Tigers up to the line of scrimmage. And he's got Gage Barham out in the flat. He's got the first down and breaks a tackle. He's across the 50 and 40 and 30. Brought out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. This young man has done a good job, too. Now, he's injured, looks like, at the end of the play.
That's Cody, number 15.
Oh, that's Cody.
Yeah.
If I get 15 and 16, my old eyes have a hard time seeing these numbers. He's a junior.
Number 2,
He took a hard lick on that play.
Yeah, he did, but he broke a couple of tackles, made a good catch on the front end, and moves the sticks, and the Tigers are down to the 40, they're down to the 30, about 29-yard line, 28, something like that. No, they've got the ball spotted at the 27. So, but like I said, we were forced into throwing the ball a lot more than we wanted to because of Corderia and Moore going out, but that may help us down the road because our passing game is getting better as the game goes along. Here's a snap. Ross looking. He's got a swing pass out, and this one is to Gage Barham. He makes the first tackler miss, and the second and third one bring him down, but he's got the first down inside about the 15-yard line.
That might be Ripley's bread and butter this year after this game, Mike.
It may be. You've got to play to your strengths, and with Squirt out of the ball game, our strength changes.
Yeah.
And we've got to change with it. I've still got a lot of confidence that we'll come through and we'll bounce back and we'll do some things right. And here's the long fade pattern down to the end zone, and it's in and out of the hands of number 23. I think that is 23 is Curry, and he was in the end zone and had an opening. Had about a step on him and just couldn't get his hands around the ball, so it falls incomplete. And it's second down and 10. The ball is down to the 17-yard line. And again, nice folks here. Enjoyed being here as far as the people go. Hadn't enjoyed the game as much, but it's nice to go to a place where people are nice to you. And here's the pass, the fade pattern again, going back, and it looked like pass interference there. Yeah, there was a lot of hands going on. It does fall incomplete. They went back to the exact same play, and it falls incomplete. And Curry's throwing his hands up, and they didn't give it to him. So it's going to be third down and 10 from the 17. So I don't know if we'll go back to that well again, but to me, that they should have given us the first down and moved the sticks there for the Ripley Tigers, but it didn't fall our way, so we'll be in a third down and 10 situation from the 17 with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go. wanting to throw, flushed out of the pocket. He needs to run the ball here. He forces it downfield and in and out of the hands. Actually, I misspoke there. He didn't force it. He just threw it a little bit long for, again, this was, who was that? That was number 23. It was Curry again. And just led him just a little bit too much and couldn't quite get his hands. But I don't know if he would have got the first down, but he had some room to run out in front of him. And, you know, first game of the season, you've got a lot of things that you don't see. You know, people, and I know a lot of people realize, but everybody don't realize, you know, practice and even scrimmages, they're not game speed. Your plays may be from time to time, but, you know, you've got your coaches out in the field and things like that. It's a whole different scenario when you're out here in a real game. So with 1:30 to go, Ripley has the ball, 4th down and 10. They're going for it. Quarterback's looking downfield. He's got a man, and he overthrows him. Number 10 was Hunter Crowder. And he had a step too, but he was just a little too tall for him.
Yeah, the ball was about 4 or 5 feet over his head.
Yeah, Crowder's is a good athlete, fine young athlete. He's not the tallest fella in the world. 5'7", 165 pounds, but I don't know if Bostic would have caught that one. But he would have been a lot closer to it.
Well, you take away the 5. I know we had 5 turnovers. You take those 5 away, that's
35 points. That's 20 to 10. Exactly. So, you know, and then like I said, we just didn't play our responsibility on defense a lot. 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Jackson Southside with the ball. Here's the snap, and he's just going to kneel on it. Good sportsmanship there. I mean, I thought maybe they should have done that 5 minutes ago, but
5-10.
But at any rate, not necessarily that, but I wouldn't have kept my starters in. And so that's going to be the last play of the ball game. They may kneel one more time. Looks like they're going to have to. Maybe not. Down to 5 seconds.
They may just take the. Well, that's over.
Yeah. So that's going to be the last play of the ball game. So the final score here from Jackson Southside is Jackson Southside 10 or Jackson Southside 55, Ripley 10. Now again, just to make a quick recap of the game, the Ripley Tigers, they really hurt themselves. They were their own worst enemy tonight. You know, when you turn the ball over 5 times, it's hard to beat anybody. Obviously, they've got some work to do on defense as their responsibilities. You know, they're broke down some. They're going for the fake on the inside too much, and then letting them. You know, and again, part of that is the really good ability of the vision of that running back. But if you play with your responsibility, you take that away from him because you're in his vision if you're playing your responsibility. He doesn't have that big wide open area to cut back in. But anyway, your final thoughts, Tracy?
I don't know if I got any or not.
You got that right.
It was just like you said, Mike. We were our worst enemy.
Yeah, you know, we've got to cut down on our mistakes. You know, turnovers and penalties.
You're not going to win a ball game having 5 turnovers.
No, I mean, you know, 5 turnovers. If they're any kind of a team, you know, they may not score on every one of them, but they're going to score on several of them. Especially, you know, some of them were like very short yards. You know, we turned it over, you know, deep in their end of the field, and so we just, you know, we've got that to work on, as well as the tackling, and well, tackling's part of it, but to me, tackling wasn't as much of it as just not being in position.
Well, I think we're going to have to go to more of a run. Go to more of a passing as a team might, and get Bostic the ball more.
Well, we definitely got to get the ball into his hands.
Slid it up between him and more. And I hope that Squirt's not hurt.
Yeah, me too. He's a fine young man, and all these kids are.
They are.
I've been around these kids, and you know, and I feel for them because I know how hard they've worked, and I know how disappointed they are. And so.
And they could have come out tonight, start the ball game just too over. I don't know what you would call it, overzealous or whatever. But hey, we still got 9 more ball games to play.
That's exactly right. And fortunately, as far as playoffs goes, this one doesn't count. And next week doesn't either. But we still, you know, Coach Cruz said every time we line up, we want to win. So I know he's disappointed, and I know that he'll be working hard. And I guarantee you the team will be working hard all week next week to get prepared for Freedom Prep.
And you definitely know that they're going to be watching film. They're going to have to watch some film.
they'll definitely be doing that. And so anyway, remember, next Friday night, the Ripley Tigers open up their first home game at Tiny Knee Stadium, Jim Fitzhugh Field. That's at 7 o'clock. And so make your plans now to be there.